Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a video about Peter Ann's sister. Okay, her name's Izzara. You guys, some of you know her, some of you don't. I don't know if I've mentioned her in any of the previous videos, but basically what's triggering this is I basically recently was at an event that she was at, okay, and she didn't come up to me. Like, I didn't see her face to face. I saw a picture of her after and I was like, oh, she was actually there. Like, why wouldn't she come up to me? Like, why wouldn't she say anything? But I'll tell you everything and you can decide why you think she didn't come up to me. But anyway, I'll tell you about her, okay? So the first memory I have of her, okay, is I was about 6 or 7, and no, I could have been about 8, but you know my memory is a bit bad, right? Okay, so I was invited, we as kids were invited to her house. She lived in East London with her mum and her sister, and we were all kids at the same time. So this was like her 10th birthday, and so I can't remember how much older she is than me. She's about, like, say 3 years older. Yeah, let's just give or take, like she's like 3 or 4 years older than me. So when she was having a birthday party, we were invited to it. So I don't remember seeing her before this, but I might have known of her or heard of her or even seen her, but I don't remember. So gone to this party now. She's there with her friends and her sister, who is also related to Peter Ann. Peter Ann's sisters are obviously a lot younger than her. Her dad is a lot older than their mum as well. So it's like all this little mix up. You know how these people are. Anyway, I know, I've just remembered I need to give you a bit of a background and update of what's going on right now. But I'm just jumping straight in because I've actually discovered so much since this event, which took place about a week or 2 ago. And I've learned so many things that I just had to get up here and just say what I needed to say, because it just links in with what's been going on the channel. Anyway, so at this party, she had loads of kids there. I just remember there being so many kids there running around that I don't think I even spoke to her. I think she came up to us like once and was like, hi. And then when she walked off, like, Peter Ann was saying to us, no, she's really rude. She's so spoiled. She's horrible to everyone. Like, as Peter Ann does, she makes up stories about everyone. And Peter Ann continued to do this about this girl way into my 20s. Like, she would always come and make up stories. As I've told you, Peter Ann's very divisive. And anytime she introduces you to someone, she always likes to set the tone for how you feel about them. So she said, this girl's so spoiled. She's this, she's that. Me and my brothers felt a bit left out because, like, she was I don't know, she was a bit rude to us. But we came really late at the end of the party. So I think she was rude to us because we got there late and or something else. She said something, but she was being rude and we were just like, anyway, we're leaving. So we must have stayed for like a really short period of time, maybe like 20-30 minutes, then we left. Anyway, didn't see her again for ages. So now when I got to about 12 years old, obviously I became very independent. Like, at this point now, I don't need permission to leave the house. At this point, I could walk up and down on the street on my own. So after school, if I wanted to go and see my dad, I would go and see my dad. If I wanted to go to my friend's house after school, I'll go to my friend's house. But I wasn't a naughty kid. I'm just saying, like, I didn't have any boundaries. So if I needed food or I needed, you know, some money, I would obviously go and see my dad. So my dad lived really close to Peter Ann's dad, which is obviously, well known because when we moved out of my dad's house when we were really young, we moved into Peter Ann's dad's house, which is where all the abuse took place or started. And he lived in the same block of flats. So now he still lives in the same block of flats, but he just lives like in a different house in the same block of flats. So same setup, right? So if I go and see my dad and my dad doesn't answer the door or something, I will go and see Peter Ann's dad. That's basically what happened. But I wouldn't really go and voluntarily see Peter Ann's dad because, like, I didn't know him that well after not seeing him properly for all the years in between moving out of his house to when we got to, like, after this abuse and everything. And then got to about, say, like 10 or 11, then we started seeing him again. So I didn't really know him in a comfortable way, but I knew of him and I knew that he was meant to be my granddad or whatever. So anyway, in between seeing my dad, seeing my granddad, I would just be walking around the area, hanging out. Hold on.